What's up, everyone?
What's up, everyone?
It's Kate.
And Akaya.
And welcome back to This Is Where It's At.
The podcast.
Welcome.
I feel so good to be back.
Me too. I feel so excited to be filming.
I'm so excited. We haven't filmed. It's been a dry spell over here.
Sorry. Please explain to everybody
guys,
why we're in a dry spell.
Missed you so much. I missed recording. I missed a whole 2 weeks, I think it's been, since we posted, because we recorded a really good episode. I think, I don't even want to tell you it's really good because obviously you're never going to see it now, but we recorded an episode. We get to Europe, literally cannot find the $75 SD card anywhere, and I was bugging in Europe because it was just really ticking me off. Obviously we couldn't post, so instead we just focused on making fun reels every day, and we just scrapped the episode.
Anyway, we were in Europe for almost 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Belgium, then we went to the Netherlands, and then we ended our trip in Spain. And it was such a wonderful trip, such a blessing to be able to do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Our favorite parts of the trip, how we felt coming home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want to start off with any points?
Yeah, I just want to say that the timing of this trip felt so like meant to be, I guess, because the biggest highlight for me, aside from like obviously seeing our best friends who live out there, was the World Cup.
I know. We really got lucky. Like in so many ways, it was crazy. We didn't expect to be in Spain. Obviously, we didn't know when we planned the trip that Spain would be in the World Cup final. And we ended up being there for the final, which is like a moment in time and so rare.
We got to watch Belgium play in Belgium. Mm-hmm. And we went out for that, and it was so much fun.
Uh-huh.
And then we watched 2 games in the Netherlands, and they were both really fun memories.
It was cool to be in Europe during.
And then we freaking got to watch the final in Spain, and I'm telling you, that was the highlight of my trip for sure.
Viva España, baby.
Maybe up there to be like one of the highlights of my summer.
Yeah. I mean, highlight of my life, honestly.
It literally, bro, that was like such a
it was awesome.
once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
It felt like
we got to see the parade in Valencia. We were in Valencia, which I think was like a great place to be for us, because if we were in like Madrid or Barcelona, it would have been insane. I heard there were like 70,000 people outside or more. Valencia was kind of the perfect, like, it was still crazy.
It was like a perfect in between where it wasn't like overwhelmingly.
I think even New York City went crazier even. Like I saw like it's crazy. They're so calm and like actually just happy to celebrate. There was no ruckus. There was no danger. Like
and it just was so sweet.
It was so sweet.
Like everybody was so happy, so excited. There was like fireworks going off. Like
people
everybody
of all
was
ages
dancing.
Yeah, it was awesome. One of my favorite memories was Kate didn't go on this venture, which I don't blame you. But on the night of our best friend's graduation party, we were out till like 3 or 4 in the morning already. We get back to her apartment and we're like making some pasta. So excited to go to bed. All of her friends were going out to another event. And we were like, nah, like let's just go to bed. And it wasn't until some of her friends came by her house to like grab some pasta and some sweaters, because they were going to this, it was a rave in the middle of the woods, like outside at 5 in the morning basically. And we were like sending them off with some pasta and sweaters, have fun. And then we brushed our teeth, we're getting into bed. You were in bed, done. I was like, there's like, I don't know whose idea it was. I think we were all just like, wait, we should just go. Like, what are we doing?
I was laying in bed, absolutely dead set on not going. I'm so sorry. I wasn't going. Like, you couldn't have done anything to convince me to go to this. I was done. I was over it. And I'm laying in bed, like, literally about to fall asleep. And, like, I was listening to you guys, like, brush your teeth and yap. And I just heard Molly go, should we go?
Yeah, and I think as soon as she said that, I was like, wait, should we?
Maybe we should.
And Isabel was already in bed, and I was like, bro, we should just go. You only go to Europe with your best friends once, and so, like, come on. Like, it just felt like the moment in time was right, and we were like, let's just add another memory of the freaking night. And the rave itself was, in my opinion, not fun. I mean, that wasn't the highlight. What?
Molly was telling me, this is a side note, the whole time, I thought you guys were going to a horse rave.
It was called a horse rave. I don't know why. I think in the beginning of the party, they did all these like horse activities. And when I got there, Isabel and I were like, what is going on? There was a horse shrine, like little table set up in the middle of, this was in the middle of the woods, by the way. And there were like little figures of horses and it was like a joke. It wasn't super serious, but apparently there were like horse strippers in the beginning too that we missed.
That's what Molly was showing me videos of.
Yeah, that looked insane. I was a little nervous, but whatever. The highlight of this whole memory for me was biking. We rented bikes to get there. So here I am biking through Rotterdam at 5 a.m, like just coming off of drinking, like I'm sober again, I'm feeling alive. And it was just the sweetest ride there through the woods. Like Molly literally was looking at her friend's location to find it, and our bike lights were on. It was like Stranger Things. Like it was like the cutest, sweetest, like most present like memory. And then on the way home, it was bright outside and like all the early morning runners were out, and we're biking home absolutely dead from like dancing for like 8 hours straight that night. And it was like the sweetest memory.
Yeah, I can't relate.
Yeah, and Kate was peacefully sleeping. I think that night literally ruined my sleep schedule the rest of the trip.
Anyway.
My next thing about Europe that I'm just going to already miss actually is just like I miss how cheap the food was and like good quality the food was.
That's one of my things is that groceries were so cheap.
Buying 10 peaches and it was like maybe $4, $5. I was
not
like,
even, bro.
What? Every single time I checked out at a grocery store, I was like, my jaw was like on the floor.
Me too.
I was like 30 cents for a fruit. Too. Wow, that's how it should be.
Dude, we went to the grocery store to get oats, and a bag of oats was 80 cents.
Really? 80 I didn't go with you that time. I would have been shook. Holy crap.
I was so shook. I came home the day that I got home from Europe. I went to Hannaford, and I just needed to like re-up on everything, obviously, because I hadn't been home in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I spent $150
Holy.
on literally nothing.
Yeah. It really is unfortunate. And I just miss how like healthy it felt being there. Everyone, like there wasn't even like candy in a lot of the stores we went in. It was just like healthier there feeling, and it felt good, and just like
the food quality was definitely better, and it's also cheaper. So I don't understand that. Also, one negative though, listen, there's one thing that I'm willing to like take the unhealthy route.
What is this going to be? Yeah.
Energy drinks, bruh.
Oh.
You can only buy, okay, you know how like when you buy a Red Bull, you can get the big ass can or like the small one.
Yeah.
And I was saying that to Molly. I was like, where are the big ones? Like, where the F are the big ones? And she was like, what are you talking about? They don't make big ones. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like they only sell the tiny ass size.
I know. It's crazy.
And for a Celsius,
because they're just more moderate there, bro. Everything in America, we just go big or go home.
But I'm like a Celsius Alani connoisseur. I love the big cans.
Yeah, big gulp.
It definitely was
caffeine.
missing those.
Yeah. But you had good energy the whole trip. I'm proud of you for not drinking many energy drinks, I feel like.
I didn't have any energy drinks.
Yeah, I didn't see you have any. We had coffee a lot, which was fun.
Hold on. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. I'm like an energy
Kate was
drink
the girl
connoisseur.
in high school ripping open a Monster at 7 in the morning.
No, I absolutely was not. I crack an Alani before the gym, and that's it. Okay, really quickly, the last thing about Europe that really stood out to me was the thrifting. Yep. I feel like I had such good luck at the thrift stores in specifically Belgium and the Netherlands, because I was able to find like actually things that I've always wanted for like €4.
Yeah. And there were a lot of like staple pieces that normally here would be like $50-$60, and over there it was more normal, like cool jeans and shorts with like patches all over them and stuff. We're only like 20 and less.
I thrifted these.
Oh, fire. Did you thrift that sweater?
No, I got this in Long Island.
Oh, new fit.
Pants are thrifted.
I thrifted this in Florida.
I'm really out of breath from standing up like that.
Yeah, this bed is hard to get out of. It's like quicksand.
Okay.
The last thing I was going to say that I enjoyed about Europe is the ease and like the unseriousness of the energy, just even in the streets and stuff. Like, I wish that we had more of that energy. Sometimes, like in cities in America, I feel like people are always on edge and guarded and feeling unsafe and stuff. And like, I really felt sad for us when I was there a little bit, because I was like, it's interesting, like people that would normally be very serious and kind of unhappy looking here were just like chilling over there. Like construction workers there all like listen to like girly pop music on the radio at like 8 a.m. Like, it was so funny to walk by that. And like, it's just Europe in general sometimes feels so goofy and unserious. Like, no one's judging each other as much, it feels like.
Yeah.
So you can literally like bike around with rain boots on, short shorts, and like no top as a guy, and people are just like, yep, another day in London. Like, here it's like, oh my gosh, what the fuck is wrong with this country? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just like there's this tension here a lot, and judgment you can feel all the time. And it was really nice to exist somewhere where like you felt like you could take a breath and let loose and just like be yourself and be a human.
Yeah, no, I definitely felt that as well. And Molly kept saying, like, if there's ever a place that you want to like experiment with who you are as a person, Europe is the place.
Yeah, literally.
And I definitely felt that.
I felt like I literally brought myself home with more like freedom that I'm gonna keep like here. I'm not going to like restrict myself here. I'm like, I think it was like a good opening to keep, I don't know.
Should we get into what is the saying? Let's get into the beef and biscuits of this episode.
Whoa, I like that. The nitty gritty, I like to say. Let's get into the nitty gritty. The beef and biscuits. What the fuck? I like that.
The meat and bones.
All right, you bring the beef, I'll bring the biscuits. Kate and I had a little bit of a hard weekend coming home from Europe.
Yeah.
Which we weren't expecting necessarily.
I was just going to say that I want to preface what we're about to talk about next by saying, like, this is just how we felt. Please, nobody judge.
No hate.
Don't
love.
Say anything mean.
I don't care if you say anything mean. This is me speaking my truth.
True, but also I feel like I need to like...
No, I think this is completely valid.
Disclaimer.
No, disclaimer is just nothing against the trip of Europe in general, and nothing against our best friends. We are so blessed and happy to have done the whole trip. And like... we had hospitality the whole time. Like, we were taken care of. I think we learned a lot more about ourselves and kind of what we want, like, than we thought we would.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last Europe trip we went on, it was just, we were younger. It was like, oh, okay, this is all it. Like, whatever. Some of this is interesting. Whoa, like, but this time it was like, this is what resonated with me on this travel trip. This is what didn't. And this is how I'm going to
go about it differently next time.
And like, yeah, I know what I want for my life and like how I want to go about things. And like, I don't feel the need to get caught up in any of these feelings again necessarily. I know what I want.
Yeah. And guys, I'm back to the episodes
back to the drawing board.
Or I have notes again, but I wrote down, I do not thrive when I am not taking care of myself and my body. Mm-hmm. Like, that's it. That's the moral of what I'm going to say. But like, I don't thrive when I'm not.
As should everyone.
Yeah.
But we seem to live in a time where
it's not everybody's priority.
It's not. Yeah.
Which is fine.
It feels almost rare to be like that.
I'm not trying to tell anybody how to go about their lives, how you should be living, what you should be doing with your free time. I'm just saying, for me personally, I do not feel good when I am consistently, for a long period of time, not taking care of myself. And
period. Your voice is sounding like a rap song.
Thank you so much.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry for distracting.
I've said it before on this podcast, and I'll say it again.
Say it again.
I don't necessarily love to go clubbing. Mm-hmm. I don't love that environment.
Bring back the Fort Lauderdale episode.
Yeah. I hadn't been really since Florida, at least to a place of that caliber.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, it was fun, but I will never be the type of person who like wants to go clubbing or has the urge to do that type of stuff.
Yeah.
At least more than like once, twice a month.
Yeah.
And even then, in order to feel good about it, I need to combat behavior like that with like a productive day afterwards, or like a really good workout, or like
balance of like healthy. Yeah. And we couldn't do that.
Too much. Yeah.
In Europe. So that was where it got difficult for both of our mental health, I think.
Yeah.
When in Europe, because we're not used to feeling, it almost felt like we were on an island of that stuff some of the days, which is just off track of a lot of our goals. And it felt like it was hard mentally.
Yeah, I think it just...
Because we obviously wanted to stay present and focus, and we were enjoying the trip, that we weren't miserable in any way. It was just like this slight discomfort of like, man, I miss my routine and my healthy habits, like that I feel like I can't really do right now. And I'm so grateful and appreciative to get back to that. But like, yeah.
I always have been, and I think I always will be, the type of person that like needs to wake up early to feel good about my day. I don't like to sleep in. I love to start my day with like going to the gym or something quiet and productive, or like I love to eat healthy. 80% of my diet is really, really healthy food, and that's what makes me feel my best. I like to read. I like to go to bed early. Like that's just like my day to day and how I feel my best.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that in Europe, which was fine. I'm not like some grandmother, like strict schedule ass having motherfucker. Like obviously we're on vacation. Like that's the time to like let loose if you're ever going to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying at a certain point, like it was like by week 3.
Yeah.
Like it was hard to not feel a little bit like,
yeah,
I really wish I could go to the gym right now.
I think it's like, for me, I realized fully that like there are just certain spaces that I continue to just end up in the past couple of years. And I think it's just growing up as a young person and going out and stuff, and like it's the normal thing to do or whatever. Finally realizing that the like understanding what fits in with my boundaries when it comes to like alignment, who I'm around, what the vibe is like, just being spiritually aware of how you're feeling somewhere. And finally being able to like understand moving forward what spaces I want to be in and not be in based on my morals and just my boundaries in general. And yeah,
I just wrote down like, I guess my biggest takeaway from this is that I'm just the type of person that needs balance.
Yeah.
To feel.
I also think it's just what we prioritize is
maybe not everybody our age's priorities.
Yeah. And also like, so when you find yourselves in spaces where everyone seems to be prioritizing like things that you don't necessarily have space for in your life or haven't made room for or don't align with, you're kind of like, I had a couple times where I felt super like I don't belong here. Like I don't fit in here. And like, that's totally fine. I respect the people I'm around, but like, I'm just going to mentally note that like recently, sometimes I think I just want to be in spaces in this era of my life that are filled with like knowledge, wisdom, understanding, deeper conversations, and you know, things that are really going to add to my life for whatever, so many different paths and stuff. And so when I find myself in spaces that don't necessarily support that, I know immediately, and it's only a matter of time where I get like, I gotta get out of here, like it's been too long. And I just think I found myself frustrated with myself a few times on the trip of like, because then you fall into patterns you don't really want to do, like maybe drink more than you wanted to or whatever it may be, and you're just like, you're feeling low vibrational. And I found myself feeling like I was in a low vibrational space some of the time. And yeah
my dad always tells me that everything, well, he'll just say like everything in moderation.
Yeah,
like everything in moderation, which is so true for me, and it may not be true for everybody else, but like I literally wrote down, clubbing is fun for me when I only do it once a month.
Yeah.
If that, like it's fun. Not even that. We don't even do it that much. I know. I really don't go out at all. But I'm just saying. Like,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Why did I need to like burp right after? You choke.
I'm just saying like maximum.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like eating out at like a restaurant.
Yeah.
It becomes enjoyable when you only do it once, twice a week.
Exactly.
When you're eating out every single day, it feels like more of a chore.
Yeah.
Than like a pleasurable experience for me personally, at least.
Yeah. And I also think me and you were driven a little bit crazy some of the time only because like the other people around us didn't have this mindset. So I felt sometimes like, is there something wrong with us? Like these people can just do this every day. Like it's great. Like our friends can party, like, or you know what I mean? And like, they seem to be on top. I don't know. It's just, I think I just have like OCD and I'm very sensitive about my routines and all that stuff that I can't exist like some of our friends.
Yeah.
Or else I think I will actually have like a mental breakdown. Like something wrong would happen.
I just,
like I'm way more OCD about it. I think in many ways, like it gets to my mental health so hard when I can't practice my rituals. Like my nightly routine is literally making tea, journaling about my day, understanding spiritually what the fuck I can change about my day, tomorrow. How can I become better tomorrow? Mm-hmm. What about my day was hard and how can I combat it and conquer it and fucking grow from it? And then I like do yoga and lay down and meditate and then watch a little bit of something or read and go to bed. And then so like that be like, we are like 80-year-old women in many ways.
A little bit. It's fine.
And it's the biggest blessing, but it's also like it is different. And
but the thing is, like, we know how to have a good time. Like, I don't want to make I don't want to make us sound like we're fucking losers.
Yeah. It's just that Kate and I both had a hard weekend coming back home, and we called each other after like not speaking for like a day, which felt like I could tell we both were like at a weird spot for some reason, and we called each other and we were just like, man, I'm just exhausted. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When we flew home from Europe, I was running on 2 hours of sleep, and it was such a long travel day, like train rides and fucking waiting in the airport and navigating like another country. And
on top of that, on our conscience was literally the past like 5 days of just like eating a lot and then like
drinking and like staying up late.
So like traveling with all that on my conscience, I had to ignore. I just shut everything out and just listen to music. I couldn't think.
I was so exhausted. I was in and out of sleep the entire plane ride. It was like a 7.5 hour ride. And I think I was maybe asleep for like 80% of it. It was crazy. I've never slept that much on a flight.
Yeah.
And I still slept the whole car ride home from the airport.
Oh yeah, you were like getting sick on the way home. You were so sneezing up a storm.
I felt disgusting.
I was afraid of you on the way home. I literally just was like, I'm leaving Kate alone right now.
I was so down bad. I was like so exhausted. I was having terrible allergies. I felt like I was getting sick.
Yeah.
I came home and I like didn't do a single thing other than shower and immediately go to bed.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever felt exhaustion like that in my life.
Yeah.
I think that was the most, I felt like I was going to hallucinate.
Yeah.
If I didn't go to bed like right then and there.
Damn, I was trying
to like, I was trying to like put something on my computer to like fall asleep to. And it was like, it felt like the biggest chore. I was like, couldn't keep my eyes open.
I went home straight into my family visiting, my cousins. I had I didn't even have jet lag whatsoever. I literally like I was in flow state coming home, I feel like in many ways.
I had jet lag either.
Yeah.
I just think that I was genuinely at like my exhaustion
that's crazy.
Breaking point. Like, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
Take it away, Crayon.
All right. My last point in this entire thing about Europe is just I'm so grateful personally because while all this was going on and stuff, I don't know why this got conjured up, but like I was able to like really sit with myself, maybe because I had time in Europe, but I was able to like really understand and see a lot of visions of what I want my life to look like in the next few years and further on in the future. Like there's a few like little dreams I have about life and stuff, but like there were nights where I was laying awake like visualizing and seeing some of the things that I've always kind of like thought of, actually what it would like be like to do them. And like all these ideas were coming to me, which was overwhelming because I would have these crazy ideas of stuff I want to do in life. And then I wasn't necessarily in the space to do them, obviously there. And it felt very like pressuring, like, oh my God, I couldn't feel further away from these things. But coming home made me realize like, I feel very much more aligned with all my goals now. Maybe it just took being unaligned for a little while and feeling a little bit like, I don't know, understanding what the feeling of like not being fully aligned feels like. And then us being like, okay, this is how we get back aligned.
Yeah. I think going to Europe and like stopping everything, like it felt like everything that I was working towards was like on a pause.
Yeah.
It definitely gave me new insight to like how maybe I could go about things differently or I definitely need to prioritize.
We like collected our own knowledge and brought it back now to the base. And we're like, okay, like I feel like I have new tools now for all the things I was doing before Europe. And I just feel like, yeah. So great start to the summer and...
Start, bro. It's about to be August.
Oh, well, shit.
I have
That's how quick it goes. You already know.
Less than 1 month left being 21.
I know. I was thinking about that yesterday.
I feel a little bit devastated.
Cannot believe you're still 21, bro. Like, come on, man. Grow up. I've been 22 for a long time. I was like thinking yesterday what gift I could give you that will like help you in your 22nd year because I was reflecting. I was like,
because you've already been 22 for so long. I literally
was like, what would I need when I turn 22 that would like a nice spiritual gift of like something.
That's really thoughtful of you.
Yeah, I'm still thinking because I have no idea.
No, I'm just saying like I'm mourning it.
I cannot believe you're 21 still. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
You're young and bro.
I am mourning it a little bit because 21 has genuinely been the best year of my life.
Really?
With the most growth and like the
You've
most
done a lot.
happiness I've felt in a really, really long time. Yeah. And maybe around my 21st birthday,
I'm overstimmed.
We'll talk about it.
In the seat. Sorry.
Akaya and I are starting a new segment called Dunce Moment of the Week.
Da, 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 da.
Every week we're going to tell you.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Yo, it's dumb as fuck.
Every week we're gonna tell you the most dunce thing that we did, and we're gonna compare and see who was duncer.
This is my dunce moment of the week. Okay. And I want to share because I'm always need to take shit deep. I just want to share that I can be really clumsy sometimes, and it happens all the time. And usually I get really upset, and I'm like, oh, I hate myself. Why am I like this? This week I was clumsy, and I do believe it was because I'm going through a spiritual, energetic like shift, and my body's literally getting like adjusted to this new level of energy. I'm just gonna say that now.
What the?
Because usually I'm like, I'll do like something clumsy, and I'm like, I need to slow down. I'm being so all over the place, but it didn't feel like that this time, and I'll explain why. Okay, I was just in our local coffee shop yesterday, grabbing myself a coffee, which I never do. I got a hot latte, and I bring it over to the counter to put some honey in it, and my dunce ass, bro, I'm putting the honey in, and the honey like nozzle grabs my coffee, fully pours it all over the table and on me. These are the stains of it, by the way, on my new fucking sweatpants. And I was like, bro, and like I calmly just started cleaning it up. Like I don't know if it's because I've worked in restaurants for so long that shit doesn't even faze me. And I then got the worker like 5 minutes later and was like, hi, I spilled something, so nonchalantly, but it was so bad. It was all over the whole counter, all over the honey. I literally had to wipe down all their shit. Like,
oh God.
Got the floor, whatever. And I was just really proud of myself for how I reacted. That's besides the point, because it was weird, different energy. And then at the grocery store today, didn't tell you this because I wanted to wait for the episode.
Oh yeah.
My ass is walking around holding all my stuff like this, like I always do. Too much stuff. Should have gotten a basket. And I got 4 Siggy's yogurts like piled with a grapefruit, my phone, my keys, like, and one yogurt goes splat down and the bottom breaks on the floor. And I was like, fuck. And I'm in there like doing a juggling act. I'm like bending down, grabbing it, and then another one dropped and breaks. The bottom like plastic part, and I just calmly picked them up and was like, it's fine, I'm just gonna go check out, let me put my phone in my pocket, let me do this a little better. And I told the old lady walking with the cart who works there, I was like, I spilled some yogurt. She was like, don't worry about it. Both people, by the way, were so nice to me about like spilling the things. It felt like good karma from like my restaurant work. I'm always like so sweet to people when I'm like, it's fine. Like the guy made me a new coffee like that. He was just like, let me make you a new one. Don't worry. And she was like, don't worry about it, honey. It was just really, but it was dunce. Don't get me wrong. I was embarrassed. Like
mine
no one was
might
around.
be a little bit more dunce, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
I was leaving the gym the other day, and recently I've been really just caught up in listening to music. I am doing this thing that I always do, where I listen to albums from like start to finish, and I've been really enjoying that. And I think I was listening to maybe a Future album or something, and I had started it.
Future.
I had started it in the parking lot, and I'm leaving the gym. And I go to the gym really early in the morning, so usually there's like never, ever, ever any traffic near or around the intersection by the gym. And so I'm driving, I'm not thinking about anything, and there's a traffic light that's like right outside of our gym plaza that I have to go take a left out of there to get to the main road to get back to my house.
Oh, Duncy.
Anyway, I just like completely wasn't paying attention. I wasn't thinking, and I just drove right through it. What? Drove right through the red light.
Oh my!
Didn't even stop. Didn't even look around. I got to the other side of the street, and I just ran a red light.
If there was a car coming, you probably wouldn't have ran it. I think it was the matter of fact that it was just like in your brain, it was like, no cars? Okay.
Yeah, but that was the first time
that's ever happened
in my life, maybe second, that I've ever like genuinely ran a red light because I was being so dunce.
That's
like
bad.
I was probably in my head being like, wow, this song's not that good.
Probably.
And I also was
so
probably
funny.
like
if I was in the car with you, I'd have been like, yay!
I know. And I just was like, la 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 la, like can't wait to go home and have my oatmeal, like
oh my
listening
gosh.
to Future. Completely ran through a red light. So that was mine.
I don't know. I think you might have beat me. However, in person, my drops were so bad because they were like it was like I just had my coffee there and it just fell and it all over me.
Life without dunce moments wouldn't be
true,
fun or interesting.
Exactly.
Or exciting.
Exactly.
You gotta embrace the
comment down below your dunce moment of the week.
Yeah. Or you just email us.
And thank you so much for making it this far. We're giving you guys a long episode because we haven't seen you in 2 weeks. So hopefully you made it to the end. And we missed you so much. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Bye.
What the frick? Okay. Bye.